Mary Elmer, a woman convicted of witchcraft, is burned alive and hanged from a tree in Banfield, Massachusetts in 1845. But when she passes away, her ash is preserved in a current doll, signifying that Mary's spirit has taken possession of the object. Disgraced journalist Jerry Fenn covers strange stories for a living these days. He travels to Boston on a job, where the alleged odd activity turns out to be a teenage practical joke. He finds the doll as he is about to leave and destroys it, unintentionally releasing Mary's ghost. Later, after witnessing Alice Paget, a small child, run across the road, Jerry is involved in an accident while driving away. He follows Alice to the spot where he discovered the doll, the tree where Mary was hung, and hears her say something before passing out. He discovers that Alice is deaf and mute when he brings her to a church. In order to look into what he believes to be a genuine supernatural story, Jerry makes the decision to remain in town. The next day, Alice speaks to the community and surprises everyone by saying that the Virgin Mary has healed her. This causes a media uproar, which is fueled even more by additional apparent miracle healings. A statue of the Virgin Mary next to the church's chancel begins to cry bloody tears during one of them. Bishop Giles and Monsignor Delgard are dispatched by the Catholic Church to look into the allegations. Jerry is informed by Alice that although she has been communicating with a Mary-named entity, she had only believed it to be the Virgin Mary. Visions of Mary as a monstrous creature start to make Jerry think that something evil is going on. She finds a companion in Father William Hagen, Alice's maternal uncle, whom she heals, but she still questions the true purpose of the healings. Hagen finds a book that describes Mary Elmer, a magician for Satan. Elmer attacks him before he gets a chance to warn anyone. His body is discovered in the church hanging. Hagen's apparent suicide is kept a secret by Giles, persuading Jerry that it will undermine the supernatural happenings. Hagen's death is ruled an accident. After becoming friends with Natalie Gates, the town doctor, Jerry confesses that he was caught making up stories. He now reports bogus news in the hopes that it will revitalize his career. When the two learn what Hagen found out, they realize that Elmer sold her soul to Satan in order to become powerful. Satan would enable her to work miracles, and her offspring, including Alice, would persuade others to commit themselves to her and Satan in return. Elmer makes an attempt to murder Jerry, but Delgard dissuades her with a cross and prayer. Giles's knowledge of Elmer's narrative, which Jerry and Delgard find shocking, is surprising because they assumed it had nothing to do with the recent miracles. He cautions Jerry that because of his damaged reputation, any attempt to express his opinions on the matter will be met with silence. They think Alice doesn't know the real Mary, but she still wants to have a church service beside the tree and broadcast it to the whole public. Delgard issues a warning, saying that those who make a pledge to Elmer will strengthen her and send their souls to hell. In an attempt to put an end to this, Jerry, Natalie, and Delgard attempt a ceremony in the church. However, Elmer shows up and uses a blazing cross to crush Delgard. Alice asks everyone to make 3 pledges to Mary when the service starts. By arguing that the miracles were all the product of the placebo effect and that they were just more of his pranks, Jerry is able to prevent the throng from making a full commitment. Natalie urges Alice to end the service by using sign language to speak with her. Speaking to Alice, Mary begs her to carry on or they will never speak again. Alice affirms that Mary was not the source of the miracles after realizing her actual character. An enraged Mary emerges from the tree, bursting into flames and sending all the attendants running away in panic. Before trying to murder Jerry, she burns Giles, but Alice gives her life to save him. Mary vanishes as a result, since Alice served as her conduit to the outside world. Jerry asks God to save Alice's life after being moved by her sacrifice. She resurrects, but her deafness returns. Every person who Alice healed quickly reverts to their original condition.